We're live. Welcome to the Strikeout Beer Podcast, your least favorite podcast of all the podcasts
Oh,
you listen to and don't listen to. That's right. If you listen to us, we're even below the ones you don't listen to. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm RD. What up?
You know what, brother? I'm just living the dream. How you doing?
Phenomenal. We knocked out a couple. So that we're
Three.
not having beers tonight, as you said. We're
Well,
having
as you
malt
kept
beverages.
telling everybody,
Yeah.
so we're drinking malt beverages, and you want to start with the mean green, pink passion, pink poison? What are we starting with?
We're going worst to first, and Pink Passion was
Poison.
our Pink Poison was our number 4 drink selection. It's a 6.0% alcohol by volume. This little fella, do I got a little info on this? The Beast is a dangerously delicious blend of pink perfection. And you looked it up. He's like, it's something dangerously pink, this and that, or whatever. Like, what the hell does pink taste like? What does pink taste like? And we could never find that out. So we're looking for people out there to go to that video, comment on that video, or comment here. Tell us what the hell pink tastes like. You can say whatever you want. But if you go to the video, Alan already talks about it. But yeah, this is part of the the Beast Unleashed variety pack number 2 from Monster Brewing. All these beers all these malt beverages are 6% alcohol by volume. We're going to have 4 tonight in this number 2 pack. Obviously, Mean Green is one from the first one. So they put the original in both. So technically you have 7 different flavors to choose from. And if you're curious about that, you can actually pick up a tall boy of the Mean Green to try it without buying, because most of these variety packs are like $18, right? You can get that for like $2.
Yeah.
So, but
you can get a few of the other ones as well. In the tall boy.
Yeah. Which always kind of works out, you know what I mean? Because if you want, because variety packs, let's be honest, and these are my favorite too, because you get 4 flavors, you get 3 cans each of each one. They're like $17 to $18. You can get them at Kroger. No, excuse me. Let me backtrack real quick. Get them at Albertsons, $16.99. You can get them at Albertsons, Tom Thumb, and Total Wine. That's all we found around here. You can check out more at beastunleashed.com. It looks like pink lemonade, doesn't it? It don't taste like
it does, but it doesn't taste like pink lemonade, which is it just throws me off. I don't know what pink tastes like. So
they got the same verbiage on the back of the can. Do you want to read that for the people? I like that.
I will read one of the cans for the people.
Just one.
Because if there's anything I am for, it's the people.
There you go.
Monster Energy turned 21. We figured why not celebrate the big day by making an adult beverage. We hit delete on the energy blend and cut out the caffeine. Next, we brewed up the smoothest tasting alcohol ever and blended it with our tried and true flavors. The Beast is Unleashed. Great taste, 6.0% alcohol, and a smooth flavor that won't weigh you down. Get ready to celebrate and don't be afraid of the big bad beast. Cheers.
Yeah.
And here's what I will say. They talk about smoothest tasting alcohol. I don't taste the alcohol at all in this. Like ever. Yes, Henson, ever. Henson, what does pink taste like?
Tell us.
Because I figured if anybody knows, it would be you.
So I was just telling Alan, I was like, we got to reach out to you and have a little conversation, bring you on the show, a little live stream, because
is your draft on Monday, Henson?
Yeah, we wanted to get you on before the draft. Now we can probably do it next week, like after the draft, but we want to talk to commissioners, get you on now, and then let the summer months pass, and then we'll do a little bit more of a revisit towards the
depends on the color. We just said pink. What does pink taste like?
He's like, it depends on I guess the shade of pink. Is that what he's saying? I bet magenta's pretty crazy.
Traditional pink.
I bet magenta is like that 9-volt taste. You know what I'm saying?
Like shocking.
You never had that 9-volt action?
I have put a 9-volt battery on my tongue before. Draft starts Monday over email. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like a long drawn out process for his draft.
I'm going to have a proxy. I'm going to have Alan take care of it. I'm going to be out of town, allegedly. Unless I don't feel better. If I don't feel any better by Monday or by this weekend, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
What's the first pick by Rapid Dave?
It's a kicker
He selects
out of
Shador
Boise
Sanders.
State.
Shador
Shador.
Sanders.
He's
Yeah.
not falling to me. Ain't no way.
How pissed would you be if I drafted Shador Sanders for you?
I wouldn't be mad at all. I don't really
You're
care.
so full of crap.
No. I mean, who else are you going to get for in the second round? I think I got what's his name from the 49ers in the second round last year, didn't I? I don't remember my picks last year.
Magenta is so 1997. Tastes like Britney Spears. Pink tastes like Britney Spears?
Well, he's talking about magenta.
Magenta does?
Yeah.
Because I'm asking about pink.
I think 1997 would taste a lot better than it does now
That'd be my
because she is batshit crazy. Like Lizzie and I were talking about her the other day in the car, and her. If you want a great Instagram follow, go follow her on Instagram because holy hell, she is crazier than shit. Like all these assholes that were like, free Britney and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, dude, crazy people are crazy and they need help.
But
Wait,
does okay?
I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation. I don't know. I think by the time this thing goes down, I'm gonna get
email. It's not that he doesn't have access to email, Henson. It's that he just doesn't want to deal with it.
I'm gonna be in Cincinnati. I'm trying to be at the Reds game. I ain't got time to have my damn Palm Pilot out trying to answer emails.
Okay, well, you don't have a Palm Pilot.
I'm gonna find one. I got one around there somewhere.
How about that? But let me ask you this:
What
would maybe slightly crazier Britney be? I don't know, man. Maybe there's some allure to that, right?
Like when she first shaved her head, maybe not now.
Not now.
Well, I'll tell you what, maybe now because the crazy's still in there, but she's getting a little bit older, so she's not as quick or something like that.
But she's not dealing with like knives now, like she did like back. Like she had that when she went crazy. She's like on Instagram.
Dude, she just posted
knives and stuff.
She just posted that like last week.
So she's
yeah, with like katanas and stuff. Let me go to her Instagram.
Okay, katanas is different than knives. I'll take katanas over knives because now you're trying to be a ninja, and you're not trying to be in Michael Jackson bad.
Britney Spears Instagram. Let me see if I can pull this up. What's up, guys?
Nostalgia in the house. What's up, guys? Shout out to my old whites.
That's cool. I really love that page, though. That page is awesome. I like most of the stuff from that page. All right, let's see.
And Henson said, pull out your BlackBerry and make a fucking pick.
Ugh. Why is her name Zilla Maria River Red? That's how bonkers she is. She is bonkers, bro.
But where does she rate on the crazy hot scale?
Oh, that's not her. Wait, post. No, it's a bunch of posts of what's it? Well, there's her about half-ass naked. She does that. Lizzie tells me she does that a lot, but there's like just pictures of like nothing. I'm like,
remember we were in Vegas and the knob was all about Britney?
Yeah, well, that was a dude.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the knob was like, holy crap, Britney's hot. We're like, well, this is a drag show. That's a dude.
That was a pretty man. I'll say that. That was a very.
He looked at us and goes, "Are you serious?" We're like, "Okay, look at everybody else up there.
Yeah.
Look at the crowd. We're at a drag show, dude."
Yeah. We had a good time. We took a buddy of ours or a dude we just met in there. Like, hey, let's go have some fun. You obviously want to go in there or whatever. But yeah, no, it's like you're up there. We were probably like, I don't know, 15 or more deep. It's been a long day of drinking and walking.
Yeah.
And but I was like, and he was like, yeah, she's so hot. I go, that's not the she, but I agree. She's good looking. She's good looking.
The guy we went in there with, he was a gay gentleman. He's like, and he's just looking. He's just we're just kind of at the distance. He's looking, and you look at me like, "Hey, man, you want to go in there?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know, man." He's like, "No." You're like, "Come on." You're like, "Alan, we're going to a drag show." I go, "Okay, let's go."
Yeah, just trying to be nice.
Yeah, and we had a blast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is the Derby this weekend?
No, next weekend.
Next weekend. There you go.
Yeah, first Saturday in May. Yeah, I'll be in town too. I'm pretty sure that's the same dude from 90s Nostalgia on Facebook because I like almost everything they put out. Like, dude, it's every freaking thing.
I'm a huge fan of the 90s.
There was I don't know if it was him or another because I follow a bunch of nostalgia pages from Strikeout Beer, and they had the TNC surf and skate game that they put on Nintendo.
Oh, dude, that
And so
game was
they were like, "This is the most frustrating game ever. I loved it, but it's so nostalgic." The skate was easy, but the surfing was tough. And then so I'm watching him play. All he did was stay in the wave. I go, "You got to go up. You got to jump the damn wave and then come back down. You can carve it harder, man. You got to carve that wave up, bro." And yeah, I was like, "Come on, dude, you got to." And everybody in the comments apparently didn't know that do that either. I'm like, "You guys,
oh,
it's just difficult. I understand. Some of the games were tough back then."
dude, you want to talk? I love the post where you have the dads. They'll post a video or a post saying, hey, I told my kid if they want they want a PlayStation 5, all you have to do is beat this, and it's the original Ninja Turtles game,
TNT.
right?
Oh,
Like,
God. Did you
talk
ever beat
about
that?
a game.
It's the toughest game ever, right?
I don't think I did. Like, thinking back, I don't think I ever did. Um, but it was one of my favorite games to play. Like,
Yeah, it was always fun, and especially like not just that one, but I always loved playing like that and The Simpsons on the arcade. The four player
oh
arcade.
yeah,
It was like
oh
those are the best.
yeah.
Yeah, the NES version was pretty cool.
But I remember with, like, the Ninja Turtles game, because you didn't have saves. You had
Mm,
to do it so if you're sitting there playing and you just stop playing, you just turn the TV off and you left the Nintendo on.
yeah, so hit
That
start,
was
and
your
pause it.
that was your save.
Yeah, yeah. And so I know I've talked about this before. Like any tough games that I didn't beat as a child, I beat Mike Tyson's Punch Out when I was 30 years old. I remember exactly where I was. I don't remember the date, obviously, but I knew where I was 30. I was in Little Elm, I was in the old house, and I was like, finally, I beat it. And it was one of those things where it's like, you play all the way through and you write down the codes, right? There's codes where that was
Just
the
go to
way to like save your progress. And I remember jumping back in. You can't jump right into Mike. You got to beat, I think, Bald Bull 2 or something like that to get through there. And when I finally did it, I was like, and Lizzie was like in the kitchen. I go, how goddamn long I've been waiting for this. I was like, I've never beat him. Never,
yeah.
never. This guy's been kicking my ass for like 20 years.
I did beat him when I was a kid. I remember being at I wanna say was I in the 3rd grade when that game was? For
No,
some reason, I wanna think I was in
NES came out a little bit later than that, right?
I don't
Let's
know.
see.
Henson, they remastered Oblivion, one of my favorite games, but I'm not sure I'll fall for that bit. So weird. I used to game like a maniac, and now I literally never play anymore. I'm right there with you, Ensign. Oblivion, I did it. I really enjoyed Oblivion. I would have been more in on Morrowind remaster.
87 was when it was released in
So,
North America. So you would have
okay,
been like 7 or 8, yeah. And
yeah.
then, dude, some of these Mike Tyson ones, they got it. I guess you can get it graded and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
There's
yeah.
one on here. It's a 8.5 WADA graded CIB dual language, Holy Grail, whatever, $110,000 on eBay. I'm like, yeah, you're bonkers, bro.
I, yeah. I haven't. I was just talking to Rapid Dave earlier today, like after the show last week, after we drank, like, not just after the show, but then after, like, me and Rapid Dave drank until
I only had like 2 beers the whole night. Shut up. Don't
you're
tag
so
me
full of
down for
S.
bullshit.
We drank 20 something beers each. And then when we were done, I was like, I'm playing Fortnite. And like, so I'm trying, I couldn't I couldn't get the PlayStation to work. I don't know what happened. I just remember being frustrated, couldn't get to work. And it's like yesterday, I saw for Fortnite starting next week, they're going to have the new battle pass and all that for Star Wars for May the 4th and all that. Um, they're going to have a Darth Jar Jar skin. To which I'm like, I got to start playing Fortnite again. I want that. I have to have it. I know I never play,
I
but
barely
now
drink.
now now I need to play.
I only
Um,
drink these little fruity drinks now, like the
yeah,
Beast and stuff like that. That's what I
alt
have.
beverages.
Yeah,
Uh,
malt beverages. I like to enjoy myself
and
responsibly.
so when I got off work today, I turned the PlayStation on. Surprise, surprise, stone cold sober me could turn it on and get it to work just fine. But as
Mm.
soon as I turned the PlayStation on, there's an update for my PlayStation that said it was going to take an hour.
Oof.
Which that's the beating about, like, video games these days, is, like, I don't get a lot of opportunities to play, and every once in a while, I'm like, "You know what? I wanna play." But
Can't
every
just
time I
stop the
wanna
disc.
play, I put it I turn on the PlayStation, there's an update for the PlayStation, or I turn on my game, there's an update for my game,
These
And
kids will never understand how easy we had it. And they always say we have it easier, right? And we did. It was an easier time. We could just put a cartridge in, turn it on. We could put a disc in, turn it on, and everything ran off that disc. But it wasn't like a crazy expansive map like it is now, where there's constant updates and everything else. But yeah, it's I'm over here crushing a bottle of red wine for my midweek midlife pity party. Shut up.
oh, buddy.
You're living that good life
Now,
over there.
Hinton, how's are you fully recovered from your surgery? I know he
Oh,
had
you get
surgery
that
a
peen
little while
extension,
ago.
right?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
I think he went from like 1 inch to 3 inches.
I plugged in my
You
router
gotta do it
extenders
in
in his
phases,
honor.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Um,
I did it in his honor. I was like, "Yeah, we gotta put the peen extenders out," you
yeah.
know? So
You just started printing a whole bunch of peen extenders with your printer.
no, the wireless that's what the name of my wireless, routers are,
It is. It is.
the wireless extender, so I just
Well,
started plugging in
that
all over the house.
it used to be called Fast as Fuck Boy.
No, I got that still. It's just I have
Okay.
a fast as fuck boy extender, and then I got the peen extender, and I got the peen extender 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's just like y not fully, but getting better around the knee. Okay.
nice. Good job, bud.
Well, you got a few more surgeries before you can get the pain around the knee, but that's cool. But it's just like you can never just be like, "Hey, I hadn't played video games in like 2 months. Let me just turn it on and play." It's, "Oh, there's an update." And you're like,
Yeah, pretty
and then
much.
by the time the update's done, you're like, "Well, I don't wanna play anymore," or you're out of time, right? And it's just like, it's such a beating.
Mhm.
Like, but I'm all in, like, like I told you, I got everything situated, like, I went through, download before I went to Total Wine, started the download, and then I came home, and I'm trying to get everything logged on, making sure I got all my Fortnite updates downloaded, and it's like, "Oh, well, you're not logged into your Sony PlayStation account," and so I'm like, "Alright, well, let me log in." Well, I gotta scan a QR code on the screen so I can log in. Zoom in because I'm a little ways away from the screen. Zoom in, push it. Oh, that's not my password. Well, hell, I haven't had to log into my PlayStation account in 4 years. So now I got to reset my password, and I go through and reset my password, and it's just a beating. But got everything situated. I'm ready to go. I was like, let me just make sure everything's good before we started recording our reviews. Got Fortnite to pull up, so I'm like, as soon as I got the headset is in the other room, plugged into the charger, got the headset charging. When we're done tonight, I'm busting out Fortnite. I'm gonna start playing, getting ready for next weekend when the Star Wars stuff comes out because I'm getting Darth Jar Jar. It's just happening, and let's fucking go.
I
Uh,
remember that was it a couple years back, they didn't have I was like I logged on, I even had one of my Stormtrooper helmets on, maybe Captain Cardinal, and I was like, "Where is it? Where is it?" And I made a video of it too, and I was like, "Where?" And I go, "God damn it!" I was like, "Where is it?" They didn't have any Star Wars skins because I was like, "Oh, I need to get me one or whatever," and I was like, "This just sucks." Anyways, what's he got? Bolivia's the best. Seriously though, I'm gonna hit max out of pocket on insurance, so I'm gonna start getting tested for all kinds of. Dude, once you hit it,
like
it's worth
what?
it.
Like
Absolutely.
what are you gonna get tested for?
You know.
You're trying to find out if you can make it on Love Is on the Spectrum.
I mean, everybody really could now if you've been vaccinated. Everybody's a little bit on that spectrum. I mean, it's a spectrum. Man, if you're just like a normal dude or a normal chick and you go on
With
there, you're just
nothing.
like,
With
yeah,
nothing.
and you're just like, "Hey, what's up?" Yeah. Like, I don't know. I mean, especially if you're like a
I'll take requests. You'll take requests. First thing I want you to get tested for is the clap.
Oh, yeah, avoid the clap, Jimmy Dugan.
If I remember correctly, the clap, when they test for that, they gotta take the Q-tip and shove it up
Oh god.
the
Hey, it's,
hole.
20 minutes in. Let's slam this. Let's go to the next one. Oh, is that too soon? Yeah, 20, 40, 60. Yeah, 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 cheers. Too much
Baby.
talking on this show. Way too much talking on this podcast. Man, I'll tell you what. Alan, you gonna do anything for Part-Time Nerd? Andor came out today or,
Oh,
yesterday at
yeah,
8 o'clock.
yeah.
So,
The band? I don't know what you're talking about. No, not the clap, the band? I don't know.
mhm.
I don't know what you're talking about, Henson. Uh, we doing gnarly grape next? Okay. Which I talked about. We need to bring back the word gnarly.
Gnarly, bro.
Like, just a great word.
Never
This
used it
smells
as
like grape
youth.
Kool-Aid.
Yes,
Um,
that thing. I will say this. All right, so these things are like perfectly carbonated type thing. They taste really good. It's like you're drinking like a Coke or a soda or something, whatever you want to call it, a pop. But I will say, if you start slamming them, you're gonna get some bubbles. Like they're gonna
the
bother
bubble
you a little bit. But as long as you're not slamming them, you're probably just gonna be fine. Because I mean, to be honest with you, it just tastes like you're drinking a Coke. Now, obviously, some people like especially like say me, I used to drink Cokes all day long, and now, but like I haven't in the past 10 years, if not more. I have a Coke about once a week.
Okay.
That's
What's
it.
up, Lizzie?
Hey, Lizzie,
Lizzie's in the house. Um,
here goes that purple drink.
a purple drink, but it's not the purple drink.
It could be.
Spoiler alert.
You got some codeine?
I mean,
Hey, look at the head on this thing, baby.
yours is crazy. Like I hard poured mine fast, and I didn't have that much, but it dissipates super quick.
Yeah,
Which sodas don't do that. Pops don't do that. Your
they
head
got the
will kind of hang
technology.
around.
They got the
Uh,
technology on this thing.
which they have different technology for this for the pop for the soda machines. They have different technology behind the register
Okay.
than they do in front of the register.
Okay.
So, like for me and you, when we go and pour it, we go get a Coke, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you hit it, and it foams up, and you got to pull it back, and you let it dissipate, then you go back, keep going. But behind the register, because like I'll see them do it all the time, not just like in the drive-through, but like some of the McDonald's they have like the auto pouring machines now.
Oh, okay.
And
Nice.
so they like when they push buttons or whatever, the orders come through and it drops the right cup, it drops the ice, it goes to the right one, and it just pours it. And it will just pour it all in one pour without it foaming up.
I wonder if
Or
it
the one
slows
behind the
down some.
machine, they set it on it and it's just leaning against the thing and it just goes and it fills all the way up just normal and it doesn't have to stop and refill or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we get that technology on the other side of the register for us?
Yeah. I don't know. My brother worked the fast food window like long time ago, super long time ago. And his trick was you pour it, as they're coming around, and then he goes, and he's just knocking them out left, right, and center. Yeah, Whataburger in the Colony in 1997 or 8.
Oh, buddy.
Don't spit in that cop's burger.
Does that look like spit? Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm about to be a millionaire. Burger punks. What the hell does that mean? He's gonna spit in it now? No, he's gonna make it good. Oh,
It's
okay.
gonna make it good.
Would you just order a large farva? I don't want a goddamn large farva. I want
A
a
damn
liter of
liter of
cola.
cola.
Take your ass across the border and order a liter of cola, farva. Fucking
Oh.
jackass.
Um,
God.
I wanted to tell you right now, like the second one.
Super Trooper 2?
No, the second. This is my second gnarly grape.
Yeah.
Uh,
Don't be afraid to
fifth,
get close to the mic.
fifth drink of the night.
Yeah.
Second gnarly grape. This one tastes a little bit more like grape Kool-Aid.
Yeah, a little bit more?
A little bit more.
That's my
A little
favorite
bit
line.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Hey,
If only
ironic twist in that Dr. Pepper came before Coke.
I
Yeah.
was just gonna ask for a Dr. Pepper fun fact, like if anybody had one.
You gotta start doing that because God, we gotta get him back on. Just sit there and just
I
talk.
mean, yeah. What are you doing next week, Henson? You want to join us?
Yeah. Just
We're,
call and
we're
talk.
gonna drink hard Lipton iced teas
Just next week. Or a THC
or
infused, whatever.
THC, or if
Yeah.
you want to get down on the THC drinks, we'll do either or, whichever
Yeah.
one you can get. But like alcoholic beverages, like as a whole, the hard alcohol, right? It's
Oh,
out of control.
what's
It's
between
just
here and there? Hold on. I'm going to do it.
a lot, a lot.
I know. I'm like, because he used to want to drive out to the house. We always loved having him over. He's a great guest, great guy. Shows up and everything like that. I'm trying to think if we can
I do
meet.
miss the cat though. Like the cat was cool.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I don't know if we can meet it. Like I'm trying to think of breweries that would be receptive to us coming in and like maybe just taking over a little room or something like because At Hop and Sting, we get the upstairs. No one's going to be there on a Wednesday. It's not going to be a problem, right?
And
it's like,
we can actually hit up Hop and Sting and ask them if we could set up there.
yeah, I don't want to
We
haul all the
wanted
shit
to.
out there.
I'm just saying, like, if we wanted to, we
Yeah.
could.
Yeah. And then what do we got on? Who else? I mean, I think Fall Style, there's no place for it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I mean, maybe what's the one in Bedford?
Turning Point.
Turning Point. I mean, I've got these nice road mics. It's like it's time to hit the road and just go live from breweries and just say screw it. You're gonna have to unbutton your top all the way down. Let
Shit,
the
I gotta
hamburger.
I gotta start wearing tops with buttons.
Yeah, let the hamburger meat hang out, stuff like that. All right, Gnarly Grape. It's time to leave the juice box behind as the beast is for adults only. Hard Monster, 6.0% alcohol by volume. Available in 12-ounce variety pack, too. That's it. That's the only place you can get this stuff.
Hell
Variety
yeah.
pack, baby. Same thing as the Pink Poison.
All right, I gotta pull a Shack. I'll be right back.
Jesus, already? I mean, that's insane. Homeboy's like, I'm out of here. If you don't know what he's talking about, you should pull it up. Shaq's got to go to the bathroom or something like that. It's like I think it's halftime. They're talking about whatever game they're watching. And Shaq, you can just see him kind of slide his chair back and stand up. They go, where are you going? And he scoots. He's got to go to the bathroom. And so they start talking crap because I think he's taking like shots of olive oil or something. It's something to help the gut, the digestive system, things like that. He gets up, scoots, and I think they were asking like, hey man, I think we need to turn his mic on or something like that. And I'm pretty sure they got the mic back on, and it was like Shaq telling him, hey, won't you just quit talking so damn much and get to your highlights, man. Come on, let's go. It's actually really hilarious. But anyways, yeah, so this weekend it was Lizzie's birthday on Saturday. We celebrated that. We celebrated the kids. The grandkids. There was 2 grandkids that had birthdays. So we had everybody over at the house for a little impromptu birthday party. We were supposed to go to the lake. We are going to go hang out at the lake and just kind of chill all Saturday, right? Well, with the thunderstorms rolling through, we decided to all right, screw it. We're just going to have people at the house. We brought everybody over at the house, packed to the gills. Everybody was here, everybody. And nice little Saturday. Of course, we're sitting there talking. My kid breaks out a bottle. He's like, shots. Let's everybody take shots. I'm like, aren't you leaving here in a minute? What is going on?
Shots of what?
Blueberry vodka, like whatever he brought. He brought it for Christmas. He's like, he showed up on Christmas Eve. Hey, sorry. He gave us like a Trump speech. He goes, sorry, I didn't bring gifts for everybody, but what I did bring was a family gift, and is a massive bottle of vodka. Massive bottle. Jason's in the house. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
He was actually hanging out at Tops, if I'm not mistaken. The other day, I was like, "What's everybody drinking or whatever?" And he was at Tups in McKinney.
Oh, Tups! I thought you said Tops. Jason, before you ask, we're drinking the Monster Mix Pack Volume 2, Part 2, the Beast. We already had the pink lemonade, or I'm sorry, pink poison. It's not pink lemonade. What does pink taste like, Jason? Tell us.
Gotta know.
And right now we're drinking Gnarly Grape.
Yeah.
Is what we got going on.
Yeah.
So
then, after that was done, we're like, all right, what are we doing? And of course, dealing with liquored up people is like the worst thing in the world. Yeah. And I was like, well, we can either go. Well, I was like, oh, I thought you said you want to go to the Stars game. So I've already got Stars tickets. And P.S. I hate StubHub. Always have, always will. I paid $100 for 2 tickets. They charged me $70 for those tickets. So essentially I paid $170 for 2 tickets. That only cost me $50 each. Or supposed to.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah. 70% more.
Okay. But so a total of $170?
Yeah.
For 2 playoff game 1 tickets? I don't think that's bad.
They were only $50 to start with, so why are they marking it up?
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, I'm going to start going through Ticketmaster, because Ticketmaster, even their additional or resell or verified resell isn't as, that markup is like $15,
but
and not $35 each.
So let's just take away the fact that the tickets cost $50 each. Okay.
Yeah.
If I said, hey, you can go to game 1, Stars Avalanche, for $170, you would have said yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You would have been all in.
Like even my kid went to game 2 and he only paid like $35, or whatever, plus the markup or whatever.
It's crazy that they were there.
we sat up high. We sat up high.
But even though, like, because they're at the AAC,
Yep.
like, even the seats up high, they're not bad seats.
I saw
Like,
everything.
with the way that the American Airlines Center is,
Mhm.
now you do feel like you're leaning forward almost if you're, like, up top, right?
Oh,
Kinda
you're up
with the
there.
way that it is, right?
Mhm.
But I think they're really good seats. Like, I've gone up there and sat up in the 300s a lot of times,
I've
right?
sat against the wall before and
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
have a problem with it.
I think the closest I've come to the top is, like, 4 rows away from the top.
Yeah.
Um, but they're still really good seats, like, with the way that they designed that place. You see everything, you don't really feel like you're far away from it all.
Mhm.
Um,
It's a
but yeah,
nice stadium.
if
It
I had
really
told
is.
you, "Hey, playoff tickets, you and Lizzie both get to go for 170," you've been like, "I'm in."
Yeah.
You wouldn't even hesitated.
The only issue I have is, like, there's only two bathrooms on the upper levels or whatever. It might be
Yeah.
the same way on the lower levels, but the line was probably 50 people deep for
For
the
the man?
dudes, for the
Dude,
dudes.
that's
But
crazy.
well, you're talking about all that area, all 300s, and there's only 2 spots, north side,
Well,
south
a
side.
and I think hockey's a little bit different than, like, if you go to, like, basketball or something like that, right? Because with basketball, there's always scoring, things are always happening, right? With hockey, you don't wanna step away until there's a timeout. I don't even know if you wanna step away when there's a timeout. Like, if you could tell there's a TV timeout, it's gonna be a little bit longer. You really don't wanna go anywhere until intermission,
Yeah.
really,
And even
because,
if
I mean,
I'm sneaking away with, like, 3 minutes left or something like that, and that's about the time you wanna go, you don't wanna wait any longer. You just don't
but
want
then, like, I think you talk about sinking away then. I think in the first period, the Stars scored a goal with, like, a minute something left,
yeah, you miss
and then
stuff.
in the second period, I think the Avalanche scored a goal with, like, 30 seconds left,
Mhm.
right? Like, which, by the way, let me just go ahead and bring it up right now. You're welcome for that Stars game 1 victory because they had lost, like, 72 straight games, and I bet on the Avs to win, and then, of course, the Stars won, and then just spoiler alert, I bet on the Avs to win again tonight. So, Stars win, you're welcome.
Yeah, they're all tied up. Game tonight is at 8:30 up in Colorado. And there was quite a few Colorado fans up there,
Oh, yeah.
and I talked about it on I don't know if I did a Sunday night stream. I feel like I was talking about these people or something like that. But anyways, maybe I did a happy hour. I don't know, but
You did a happy hour on Friday.
yeah. But I remember talking about these fans, or maybe it was just in my
Did you
head
do
how
on
I'm going to
Monday?
bring them
Did
up.
you do on Monday?
Maybe I don't know. So I was, like, sitting there thinking about it. I was like, I always wonder how these crazy fights break out at other stadiums and stuff like that. Because I never had
Wait,
a problem going anywhere else,
between the
and
fans.
yeah,
Okay.
and I'm sitting there, I'm like, and then we had this one dude or person at the end of, the aisle in front of us, and they were just really just talking shit, and I was like, what the hell's going on? And towards the end of the game, like, he's like, wait, blah 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 blah. Like, I'm like, you're not a big guy, you're not in you tomato, face punk ass kid, and so then he starts getting a little resistance or whatever, and we're leaving. Well, so next to me was Colorado fan, some lady with their head shaved and a crazy, hair, and then a dude that's with her,
Hmm.
dude that's with her, and we started doing the Fire Nico chant. And he's like, "What's first off, I had an amazing time at the game. We had little wrist bracelet,
They're
the light
they're
show off
still
the window.
doing Fire Nico chants at the Stars game.
Yes, yes. And so, but it was at the very end. We did the "Let's Go Stars" and this and that or whatever, and went through the whole game. The game was fun to be at. It didn't really get out of hand until like late in the third period. So essentially, it was a really good game. And so as this is going, he goes, "Fire Nico." Yeah, I was like, "You're from the Metroplex, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah," but then he like points to her or something like that. I'm like, "You wouldn't believe how many people are from Colorado that live here, dude. Just like California,
Well,
y'all
and
flood our state every single day to get away. You love that state, but you
well,
fucking don't want to live there.
I think it's like jobs bring people down though too, right? Because, like,
Maybe,
there's a ton of people down here that are from Michigan. You
yeah.
know, I'm one of those, right?
You
When I
didn't come
was
down here because of that, though.
What do you mean?
You came down here because of your job.
Because of my stepdad's job, I was in high school,
Mm.
or actually, I was in junior high.
Okay,
And then when I came here, I was in high school. I was in ninth grade. It was junior high.
Okay.
But then here it was high school, and a job brought my stepdad down here.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why I came down here, was because my stepdad, a job he took brought him down here.
Yeah. So I had to
So
explain this to this dude. I was like, "You're from the Metroplex, right?" Because I'm like, "You got a Buffalo Bills hat on, you nutsack." You know what I mean? I'm like, "You're not.
I
You're not
mean,
fooling anybody right now." He
here's
probably, hey, you probably know the damn guy because you aren't y'all like the something Haltom City Buffalo Bills or something like that?
there's the Haltom Buffaloes,
Buffaloes. You know, he had his hat turned
but
around, so I couldn't
they
tell.
don't have anything to do with the Buffalo Bills.
Well, I'm just
Okay,
saying it had a Bills
I'm
thing on there and it
just
said Bills.
well, because I'll get because like when my oldest was in high school playing
Yeah.
softball, I would wear Haltom Buffalo stuff, and like I had a windbreaker that I wore that just had the buffalo, which is the same buffalo that the
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills have, and we're like, oh, I didn't know you were a Buffalo Bills fan. I'm like, well, I'm not.
You are.
They're like,
You're a card carrying Josh
I'm
Allen fan till
I'm
the
a
day you die.
Josh Allen fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's gonna be a
And
Buffalo Bills till he's done.
and oh, and let me say this. There is
Oh,
a special place in my heart for the Buffalo Bills because as a young lad, watching them just lose 4 Super Bowls in a row, you're
oh,
just like, "Ah." But, like, I remember, like, there's, like, certain like, one of the first football memories, like, football watching memories for me that sticks out the most was when the Bills played the Houston Oilers, and the Bills were down by, like, 40
mhm.
after the first half. And I remember watching the first half of that game and it being out of control, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go play basketball now." So I left, went across the street to my best friend who lived across the street, and
Raindrops.
me and all my buddies, we were playing basketball in his backyard. We're like, "Oh, this game's out." We were all watching it at home at our respective homes.
Mhm.
And then the game got out of control, and then we were all outside, and we're like, "Hey, let's go play basketball." And then the Bills benched Jim Kelly. Frank Wright came in, and they had the largest comeback in NFL history to win. And I remember like, "Oh man, they're great." Like that was like one of my first like memories of like watching football. Like I remember watching the Lions and all that, but like it's one of the first ones that really sticks out to me is watching that the first half of that game. I didn't watch the second half. Um, I watched the second half like in my 20s because back then you couldn't just go back and rewatch the game right after it happened. Like if a game like that happened now, later that night, I can go back on like the NFL network or I can just look it up online and find that game and watch the second half.
You're totally confusing me. So you're saying the Bills won, or are they
Yeah, the
back
Bills
for the
won
other?
that.
The Bills
The
have
Bills
never
won.
won a Super Bowl, have they?
No, it wasn't a Super Bowl. It was like a first round of the playoffs against the
Oh,
Houston Oilers.
Jesus. All right, never
This is the
mind.
Oilers. When
Ugh,
they played the Oilers, they were down like 42-7 or something like that.
all right. Cool story, man.
Oh, dude, it's whatever.
Cool story.
But
So anyways, I had to explain that to
but then
this
watching
20-year-old.
them lose 4 Super Bowls, that was one of the Super Bowls they lost.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm a
cool.
Josh Allen fan. I've supported his entire catalog. I think Josh Allen's a winner, and at some point in time, the Bills will win a Super Bowl with Josh Allen.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, so that series is tied up 1-1. The overtime win on Monday. Great stuff. Can't wait to see tonight's game. Actually, it's about to start here, and oh shit, it's already started. So I'm gonna fire that thing up real quick just to check it out. It should be on. Dude, someone was
Yeah,
complaining about
right?
ESPN Plus not having any playoff hockey games. They're like, you had playoff hockey last year, now you don't have any. Well, it's because it's all on ABC and ESPN. Dude, they got like 30 ESPNs on DirecTV right now. ESPN De Ocho, ESPN 2, 3, ESPN News, ESPNU, all this kind of crap.
Um, yeah, no, because like I tried to fire up ESPN Plus, and the game wasn't on there, and I was like, oh well, let me just pull it up on because all they've combined them all in if you have the bundle on Disney Plus,
Hmm.
and like you watch a lot of games and stuff on Disney Plus,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, oh, I'll just pull the Disney Plus. It wasn't on there, and I had to actually pull up my DirecTV app and watch it on ESPN through the DirecTV app.
Yeah.
Um, and so I watched the end of the third period and I watched the overtime um, the other day. But yeah,
And then you got the Rangers on. I think they're about to start here in a minute
Chris
or two.
Hayes is in the house. What's up, Chris?
What up, bro? I didn't even see it. Was he on YouTube?
He liked the.
Oh,
I got the alert that he liked the Facebook post.
bing, bang, boom. I like to see
Bada
that.
bing, bada boom.
He just had a birthday recently.
Yeah, he did. So you were talking about like Colorado fan, right? Yes, the guy, he's from the Metroplex. He pointed to the wife, all that fun stuff. Like, I was at the card shop today, talking to one of the guys there, talking to him about the NFL draft coming up. He's a Bears fan.
Okay.
Not only is he a Bears fan,
He's delusional.
well, he 100% delusional.
Okay.
But he's also a Yankees fan too. Like, he's one of those. He's like, he actually grew up in Chicago.
Okay.
Like, talking to him, but not a Cubs or a White Sox fan. He's a Yankees fan, front running there, whatever.
Okay.
But he's like, yeah, we're gonna trade up. Which I see a lot of. There's a lot of rumors out there that they're actually gonna trade up in the first round. One of the last rumors I saw is they're actually gonna trade DJ Moore to the Patriots and some other picks and all that to get up to number 4 to draft Ashton Gentry. He's like, yeah, we're gonna trade up for Ashton Gentry. And I'm like, cool. Wine Miles in the house. Bears suck. Bad. The Bears do. Yeah. He's like, yeah, dude, we're going to trade up. We're going to get Ashton Gentry. I was like, cool. I hope you do. Because your offensive line's not that great. They're like, oh, well, we've made some upgrades. Yeah, but your offensive line still isn't good. So go ahead and waste these high draft picks on Ashton Gentry because it's not going to help you if your offensive line isn't shit.
Yeah, right now, according to like CBS Sports, right now they're going to trade mock trade with Jacksonville for the 5th spot.
Okay. Well, I've been seeing with the Patriots for the 4th spot.
Yeah, Patriots are going to right now they're going to pick up Will Campbell, offensive tackle out LSU, which would make sense. Protect your young quarterback, right? You don't need running back's not going to change your life.
100%.
Protect that young quarterback.
Yeah, he started talking about, it's like, oh, we're going to draft Gentry, blah, blah, blah. I was like, cool. I hope you guys Bears this draft. And he started laughing. I was like, because I guarantee you, X number of years ago, 3-4 years ago, when you drafted Justin Fields, you're all like, oh, we're going to change. We're this is our year now. We got Justin Fields, blah, 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 blah. And then a couple years later, you replace him with Caleb Williams.
Well, they just didn't protect Fields. I think Fields is a good quarterback. You know what I mean? And they just didn't. They left him out to dry. They surrounded Caleb with so much talent. Like if you give that, but if you gave Fields that talent around him, he could actually have made a difference with that team. But yeah, he would have been scrambling his whole season. But yeah, I think they laid everything out for him. But dude, I was like, what the hell is going on? And then Washington wins. They're up 2-0 right now. 3-1 was the final score tonight.
Almost did. But yeah, they're just he's completely delusional. He's like, oh, we're winning the division this year. And I'm like, I think so. I'm not really worried. He's like, oh, of course you're not worried. You're a Lions fan. Yes, I'm not worried because I'm a Lions fan.
Well, yeah, you guys
we're a better team. Like it's just we're better than you guys. Our offensive line is way better than yours, which is going to protect everything.
Is that the only reason you brought this up so you can talk about the Bears or the Lions? No one cares.
But also, like, I think like Ben Johnson's out there like writing checks that his team's not going to be able to cash, right? Like he's out there talking all this crap. He's like, oh, we're going to be so great this year, blah, 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 blah. Talking all this noise, and your team's not that great.
No, they'll probably finish 4th again, right? The Vikings are better than them, and then Green Bay's better than them. And
we'll see. Better. I mean, I think the Vikings are we'll see. I like JJ McCarthy, but first year.
Well, they're going to finish better than the Bears. They'll finish higher than the Bears, right?
I would think they would, but again, a quarterback.
Boy, you were singing the praises of the Vikings last year, like it wasn't a fluke. They were like 14-1, and I'm like, dude,
I thought Sam Darnold was really good last year.
He played okay. He was half the
And
reason that they almost lost like 4 of those games.
but JJ McCarthy does have that. He has that potential. I am a big
Oh, wait,
JJ.
is that the Michigan quarterback?
Yeah, but
Okay,
he's
never
coming
mind.
off an ACL injury.
Yeah.
All he's
Coming off
done
an
is win
ACL
every
injury, and you
number
got a lot of faith in him.
I have faith, but
Right.
this year might not be the year. It might be the year after, right? He might have a rough year this year, but I do
Winemile's
think the
from up where
Vikings.
you're, he's from that
What?
area. He's from, are you
Who?
from Green Bay area? Winemile's from up, he's in North. He's
I mean, if he says the Bears suck, there's a good chance he might
he's
be a Packers fan.
I think he's from Wisconsin.
You ready for the next one?
Mhm. Let's do it. We're running behind. 5 minutes behind.
Green.
All right. Ooh.
Mean
Oh,
green.
really? So you're gonna leave the orange for last?
Oh,
Yeah, I thought you wanted to leave the green for last. What do you want to do?
I'm either one. You tell
Okay,
me.
let's do citrus.
Okay.
Killer
Killer
sunrise.
Sunrise,
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah, yeah.
smells and almost tastes like Tang. So, but I also think the Bears are kind of overrated because I don't think Jordan Love's really that great.
Oh, you mean the Packers?
Yeah.
Yeah, Packers.
Went to UWGB from Iowa, going to the draft. Let's go. There you
Let's
go.
go, baby.
To
Dude, they're talking about 250,000 people descending
out
on
there in
Green
Green
Bay.
Bay. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. We went to the draft here in Dallas when they had it.
And a blast.
And obviously it's a larger space. It's kind of made for it. Let's be honest. It's kind of made for that kind of spectacle. We have
Yeah.
ballpark in Arlington. We have the Choctaw Casino, the old ballpark in Arlington. Everything's out there, but we have huge area.
That's also one of the few last drafts where they did everything inside. Like, as
Dude,
far as
what's that?
like drafting inside.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, all the drafts are outside.
I like that though.
Outside.
They can't do that here because there's a chance of a storm. There's a chance of it
Woo!
being 100 degrees. You know,
Melton, what's
melt.
up?
Yeah, Lizzie
Why
went out with
not
Paul last night. Man, they went out and like burned it down.
parking $175 for like 5 hours? That's absurd. I think we spent like $40 for parking for us. 20,
We
40.
shared on the way out there, and then I had Lizzie come pick me up because I was going to Uber at home. But
Yeah,
yeah, but
because
yeah,
you left early.
yeah.
You left the first because we had tickets to. I had to enter the draft, and I got tickets for day one of the draft. We went to day one of the draft. And you left early. I stayed. And that was the year Baker went number 1 overall.
And
And
Lamar
that was
didn't
also
last.
the year that the Ravens traded back into the first round to draft Lamar, and I was there for the Lamar pick.
Yep. All right, so we're having Killer Sunrise packed with a citrusy punch. This beast will be sure to keep the party going from sundown to sunrise. 6% alcohol by volume, available in a 12-ounce variety pack.
It smells like Tang, like so much.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Takes you back, way back.
Yeah. I think Wine Mile, it's just because of the lack of, I think, parking, and it's going to be insane. The amount of people that are heading that way.
But
It's a great time. It's a great vibe. I'll always kind of remember it. We met some cool people out there, did some cool little. We just had a good time. It was a fun day.
we had a good time.
It was a long day, but it was like of course we're here in Texas, so I remember that day being real bright. I remember being sunburnt and just drained and done and everything else. So
Walking 3 miles from my buddy's house to Lambeau. Hopefully, don't get too drunk. Can find our way home.
3 miles, 45-minute walk. Be careful. I don't know if y'all got Uber up that way. I'm sure the premium will be out of control.
You know what though? It's the nice thing about now is like you just pull up your phone, you enter in your buddy's address, and you enter in that you're walking,
Yeah,
and your phone will give you directions.
yeah.
It's not like I remember.
Back in the day,
God, this was
hell, I lost Zach once.
when the MLB All-Star game was in St. Louis last, I think. This was a while ago. And the knob called me. He went to the home run derby, and he called me late at night. And he calls me, he's like, "I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to get home." And this is back when you couldn't pull stuff up on your phone. And so I'm like, "Okay, hold on a second." So I go out and I pull up the computer, and I'm like, "Where are you at?" And he goes, "I'm at the corner of this and this. He looks up at the street corner. Okay. All right. So I pull that up. Where are you staying at? I'm staying here. Okay. And so I pulled up directions. I go, okay, I need you to start walking north or south or whatever it is. He goes, how do I know? I go, just walk to the next street and tell me the crossroads. And so he walks to the next street, tells me the crossroads. Nope, you're going the wrong way. Go this way. And he starts walking the other way. And he goes, you know what? Screw this. This isn't going to work. I'm going to call my wife. And I go, don't call your wife. That's a mistake. He goes, no, she has GPS implanted in me. She'll be
What?
able to get me back. And I go, don't call your wife. That's a horrible mistake. Spoiler alert, they're now divorced.
Oh boy.
But and he's like, no, I'm doing it. And he hangs up.
Huh.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, that was dumb. He calls me back 2 minutes later. He goes, that was a horrible idea. Why'd you tell me to call her? I go, I didn't tell you to call her.
That's a horrible idea.
I go, I told you not to call her.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got in trouble, but like, so I'm like, okay, where you at now? And so like, I'm pulling up the stuff online, walking him through how to get back to his hotel, and end up walking him back to his hotel. But yeah, it's not like now, like if you're out there lost, whatever, you just stop where you're at and you order an Uber, right? I know I'm going here. Let me get an Uber. It will come pick you up where you're at. It will take you there, or you just pull up the map on your phone,
Mm-hmm.
and it will take you to wherever you want to go. You get it walking directions and all that. But yeah,
Interesting. So we have the national anthem going on right now. Usually I stand up for this kind of thing and I pledge allegiance to the flag. But we have live audio from it, so I figured we'd play it. Let's go ahead and check it out. This is so low. So low. All right. Terrible.
this is
Terrible.
such a great movie.
Yeah, terrible. I typed in, I'm listening to the effing song, and the first thing that popped up was, please F me till I pass out. 19,000 views. I'm like, okay, that's great. And then the next one up was listening to the morning F in the hotel. Holy
A 1
shit.
Mile Slap Shot, great movie. It is. TJ Burns is in the house, which
Everything's blurred. Dude,
did you know TJ Burns was part of the Just Be a Dad podcast, and they're coming back.
Just Be a Dad, and he's a little bit weird. All right, so here I just want to say this.
Him,
First off, I want to say,
Buzzy, and Nate.
first and foremost, I want to say sorry to Dylan Busby from the Mostly Football podcast. We could not make it today because they decided to do their draft talk, their draft stream today, right at 8:15
during our show.
Yeah. So I was like, dude, we'd normally do it. If you want to move it up an hour, maybe we can make it happen. Maybe we could, jump on, talk a little draft talk. But I'll leave it up to Alan, because Alan, if he wants to be on 8, he wants to be on 8, this and that, all that kind of stuff. So apologies on our end, but yeah, we have our own draft that we're going to talk about a little bit. Just a taste. Do you do anything for draft day?
I mean, typically, like I watch the draft. Like, I just sit here at home and I watch it. The last couple of years, this year included, the kiddo has practice on Thursdays, and so I think it's going to be one of those things that I've done the last couple of years, because I think the last couple of years we've had practice on Thursdays. Is I record the draft and then I practice avoidance. So
Okay.
I won't look at my phone for anything. I don't pay attention to anything on my phone. And then when I'm done doing whatever it is I have going on, whether it's practice or work or whatever it is, I'll sit down and I'll watch it uninterrupted.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'm going to do avoidance this year, or I'm just going to just let it go and I'll just keep up with it, right?
I like the whole process, and there's things you can bet
I
on
do.
too. The
Oh,
booing and the
yeah.
drip and all that kind of stuff, sunglasses and whatever. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't avoidance. There's no point.
I will do that a lot with a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
If especially with like Lions games and stuff like that on Sunday, if I can't watch it when it happens. The Lions had some Monday night games this last year. The kiddo has pitching lessons on Monday nights, so I will record it and avoid everything, and then watch it when I get back. TJ Burns said he's got it's a pretty good little question. Who was a better QB, Tony Romo or? And I'm adding the nickname in here because he didn't pay him his respects, but Smoking Jay Cutler.
I like Jay Cutler a little bit better, but I don't know who's the better. Like, if you want to look at stats, we can look at stats. I know Romo, his stats should be better.
It's
I think in
stats.
general because of the stat padding. They were always behind. So he's just slinging it left, right, and center at all times. You know what I mean? They were always like 30 points behind. But here's what AI told me. View a quick side-by-side comparison of Jay Cutler and Tony Romo. Quickly compare stats. Nah, ain't gonna help me. What the hell is going on here? It took me to 2024, dude.
Neither
2024.
quarterback played last year. Spoiler alert.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I'm looking at stats, and that's what we do from a fantasy standpoint, you know what I mean? SB Fantasy Football. We're about to hop back in it here in a couple months. I just posted a mock draft on that.
We might do something next week. I want to do something next week.
We have to talk draft.
After all the rookies are drafted. I think we got to talk rookies.
Yeah.
Next week.
But yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at from a fantasy standpoint, let me give me Romo. I don't know how many playoff games Cutler won. Romo did he only get one?
I think Cutler won more playoff games.
Let me check his playoff record real quick. He's 1-1.
Who?
Cutler, the Cutlet.
Okay.
Yeah, and Romo never won one. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. I think he's 0-1. If I'm not. Oh, he's 2-4.
Okay.
So, yeah, they used to make the playoffs all the time and they had to lose.
Here's the weird thing. So I was pulled up Google and I was looking up who won more playoff games, Jay Cutler or don't look it up. I don't want you to look it up. Who's the first person they brought up?
Jay Cutler or?
And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now.
Give me a team. Yeah, give me a team.
Oh, hold on. No, I'm not going to give you a team.
All right.
I can give you 1 million guesses. And I'm going to give you 1 million guesses.
Did they really do Caleb?
Hold on.
They knew Caleb, did they?
Hold on. I'm going to take a picture of this so that you know I'm not lying.
Okay. It's not Fitz, right? It can't be Fitz.
I took a picture. I can give you 1 million guesses, and you'll never get it right.
Well, then give me a hint. Then, if I can't get it right, give me any hint.
They don't play football.
Oh, at all?
It's not a football player.
Conor McGregor.
No.
Damn it! Is it? I mean, give me a sport. Then give me a sport.
I feel like if I give you the sport, you'll get it.
So they're the leader of their sport. They're the. Wait, hold on. Super Bowl. Did you say playoff wins?
I said.
Read the question to me.
Who won more playoff games, Jay Cutler? And then it says or, and I'm going to send you before I'm not going to tell you. I will send you the text message with the picture.
Give me the sport. I feel like it might be football, though.
If I give you, it's not. Again, it's not a football player.
No, I meant football.
It's not a football player. It's not a soccer player either.
LeBron James. No. It's not Dirk. It can't be Dirk.
I'll say this: it's a sport that doesn't have playoffs.
Doesn't have playoffs. It's not an obscure sport, right? It's part of the top 5. So then it's soccer.
No, soccer has playoffs.
No, like in England and stuff like that, they don't have that kind of stuff. So it's a sport that doesn't have playoffs. So you just win your season, you win it, you're done. I don't know.
Another one. There's not seasons. There's not playoffs.
Huh. It's not like rugby or something like that, is it? Hold on. Not seasons, not playoffs. What is the year-round sport? I can't think of it. Go ahead and tell me. I've already had too many. Brain not working great.
I sent you the text. Yeah, okay, don't look at the text. I already sent it to you.
I'm not looking.
Individual sport.
Oh, golf.
Nope.
Oh. What else is individual? Because I was like, golf has playoffs. Individual sport, like swimming or something?
Nope.
Hold on.
Let me throw this out there.
All right, go ahead.
You weren't far off with Conor McGregor.
Oh, so it's boxing then. Well, it's either Canelo or who's the golden boy? What's his name?
Nope.
Mayweather.
No.
Why would they do boxing anyways? That doesn't make any sense. There's no way it's a boxer.
Look at your phone.
Oh God. Hold on, let me see. Look at my phone. Look at your phone. Come on, you stupid. I'm watching the Mavs game over here. Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
All right, so here you go, folks.
I feel like if I had said boxing, you would have. I feel like Mike Tyson should have been up there. And apparently you said Canelo and Floyd and all that. But yeah.
You're listening to Google. You're listening to me tell you Alan took a screenshot of Google and he typed in who won more playoffs games, Jay Cutler, and he stopped right there. And then it said, or Mike Tyson, or Trevor Lawrence, or Tyson Bagent, or Josh Allen, net worth, won, championship, playoff basketball, winning Mr. Olympia. Oh, buddy.
But I started typing it and I stopped.
Tyson.
Because I typed Cutler and it said, or Mike Tyson. I was like, what the? Why is that an option?
Oh, God. I went close. I got close, though. I said Conor. I knew it was like,
you said Conor McGregor, and I was like,
because it's just so random. I was like, but yeah, we were just talking about Tyson. We were talking about Tyson's punch out.
I know.
God, dog. What are you gonna do? I know what we're gonna do. We gotta knock this one back because we got one more. We gotta finish. We got the Mean Green coming up next.
We still have a few things to talk about.
Go ahead. We got.
You talked about your Stars Game 1 experience, right?
We'll slam that real quick, and I'm gonna talk while you drink it, and then you can talk while I drink mine.
Okay. Well, you talk. I'm gonna.
Okay. So we're finishing up the Beast Hard Monster 6.0 APR ABV Killer Sunrise. Now this one is the citrus packed with citrusy punch. This beast will be sure to keep the party going from sundown to sunrise. When was the last time you pulled an all-nighter? Like, I don't remember it. I don't remember it. The only time I probably do. Let me knock this back real quick. Cheers, cheers, cheers. The thing about these drinks are, it's like you're slamming like Cokes. And I asked Alan earlier, I go, do you call it Cokes, pop, soda, whatever? Because I've had family up in Chicago. I got family up in Kentucky, this and that or whatever. And so I've always just called any type of soda Coke. Everything's a Coke. You want something to drink? Yeah, give me a Coke. What kind of Coke you want? You want a Sprite, Dr. Pepper, Coke, whatever. Let me know. And Alan, he calls it soda. Yeah, I know further up north, they call it pop and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, further up north, at least from Detroit, I think that pop shit's from, from where Wine Mile from, Green Bay, like Wisconsin, Minnesota, stuff like that. So anyways, I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. But anyways, this stuff, it tastes like that. If you're curious about the flavor or it's like you're just slamming Cokes. Like that one was, citrusy. So it's almost like Fanta, Sunkist. It's more towards Sunkist, right? I'm just say that. But anyways, yeah, we got the Stars game on. Stars already got 4 shots on goal. I had it right here, man. I can't remember. He asked me something, and as you get older, I didn't realize it until probably the last couple of years. And you forget just the very smallest things. Like you walk out of this room into another room with a purpose, and you forget exactly why you walked into that room. Like, what the hell am I
I've done
doing?
that.
Yeah.
I've done that.
And I'm saying it's like you hit that age, and it's like right about now, right? It's like, what the hell's going on around here? Like, what am I doing?
I'll get crap from the missus because, and this has been for a long time now. Like famously, I don't know if I've talked about it on the show, but when we moved into our first house together. Oh, let's pull up the Mean Green
Mhm.
real quick before we talk about this. We're drinking the Mean Green. This is the OG Monster, the Beast, um, green flavored, whatever that's supposed to be.
An original with big, bold flavor that's inspired by the OG black and green can. 6.6 or 6.0% alcohol by volume. Yeah, hard pour that shit. Let it roll.
Almost looks like a beer.
Yeah, this one is it's pretty true to the OG. You can smell it. It smells like like the energy drink.
Mhm.
Now, a lot of head on this one. Everything else dissipated really quickly. You see it going
Mine
right down.
dissipated way quicker than yours.
Yeah, you see it going down. It's going down, so you give it a little bit longer, but it does actually have a beer look. It smells like a Vegas bomb. That's what it smells like to me.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Red Bull flavor or that Red Bull and whatever smell. And so I was talking about last time I stayed up all night, like pulling an all nighter, and I'll let we'll go back to
I
talking
don't
about
know that
memory.
I've done that. And
Well, because the last time we do all nighters is when we go to Vegas.
I mean Vegas, but then like we get home and we go to, yeah, I guess that would be it. Because we're
You
up
know,
for 24 hours at least.
yeah, that one time this actually tastes like a Vegas bomb. That's exactly like a Vegas bomb. So yeah, we would do. I know y'all heard about this. But yeah, we'll just do it one more time. Nothing, no details, but it's like Alan and I went out to Vegas to meet up with some buddies, and we got the 5:45 or 6:45 flight out. So you're pretty much getting a ride to the airport. Your wife, if you're lucky enough, your wife drops you off, and you're like, "Hey, I'll see you in 24 hours." He goes, "Bet, love you, be good. I'll see you." All right, see you. We take off. We're there by 7 a.m. Get some breakfast, and we start walking and drinking or whatever you doing, whatever you want to do
Oh,
throughout the day.
we'll hit up Denny's first.
Yeah,
We get there, we go to Denny's, and then we hit the casinos.
yeah. Well, Red Dot, Denny's, Red Dot, or the package store, whatever's right there. You know that store I'm talking about, right? That's right
Yeah.
outside of Denny's. So we hit that, and
Oh,
then
we
we
do,
start
we do
just
that after Denny's because we get two elephant legs,
yeah,
as our buddy Jason likes to call them.
yeah.
Because you
The
get
cool
two for
thing
like
is
$6,
going
we get four.
yeah. The cool thing is going with someone that's on your wavelength. You know what I mean? Wavelength. And so you're just want to walk, you're people watching, you'll gamble some, you're gambling here and there, but you're drinking the whole time and just partying. So, anyways, fast forward to the whole day. You hop on the plane. There's a plane that leaves at like 11:50. There's a plane that leaves at 12:55. You catch the 12:55 plane a.m. of the next day. You land back in Dallas at 5 a.m.
Huh?
And then by the time you deboard and all that kind of shit, you make it back out to the car. You're stumbling back out,
24
like, and then you're like,
It's literally 24 hours after you're dropped off or after you drive there. Like I'll always drive there. You'll have
"Oh boy, did I lose connection? Is that on me or is that Alan?" Says I'm still connected, but so that's what
personal.
yeah,
Oh,
there you go. What's up, buddy?
I'm back.
A little bit of
But yeah,
delay. Yeah, little bit of something.
the the
But yeah,
the, the missus here has to get kids to school and stuff like that. So I drive myself. You guys have never had the kids. Like when we've gone, the kids have always been older. So yeah,
yeah. And so that to me is the last time that I've done the 24-hour thing, right? And
yeah,
it's rough.
yeah.
It
It is
really is
Vegas.
rough.
It's
And
always Vegas.
yeah, it's Vegas. And you get, if you want to sleep while you're on your way out there, you get a couple hours if you want to shut eye. Sometimes you get so excited where, it's like it's my first time going for a day trip where you're just drinking at the bar and then you're drinking on the plane. We've done those before. That was our first one, the 10 o'clock one, the 10 a.m. flight out.
Well, that
So
was
anyways,
delayed. We were supposed to leave. So we got there and we hit up Chili's too.
yeah.
and we drank them out of. You guys
Oh,
drank them out of Bloody Marys.
I like
We
Bloody
were doing
Marys,
Bloody
man.
Marys and mimosas.
Mhm.
And our flight got delayed a little bit, and then we got out there, and it was Lizzie was out there doing her thing on the slot machines.
Mhm.
Me, you, Liz, and your mom, we hit up the electric roulette table, right?
Colorado just scored on a 4 on I think it was
Who
4
scored?
on 4.
Colorado.
Colorado. Yeah. I'm waiting to see the, I think it was a 4 on 4.
I actually got to see. Hey Siri, who won the White Sox game?
But yeah. Oh, and the what's the other one?
Oh, Twins beat the White Sox 6-3.
How about the Rockies? Check the Rockies game.
It's delayed. Game was
Oh,
delayed.
weather? All right.
So we'll get two. Hopefully, we'll get two tomorrow. So you bet on the Royals win both games, and you parlay that, and you're just making bank.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was our last 24-hour trip. Just being, up in that long. I just don't have it in me anymore. And so back to talking about memory. That's why I tell you, I'm like, the memory's just not there anymore. And like even just you get up from your chair and like walking into the room, you're like, the hell did I come in here for? That's what I have
Yeah.
a problem with.
Well, I'll go to the store and she'll send me the store for something, and then I'll tell her and now I tell her, send me a text message. Tell me what you want me to get while I'm at the store, because I'm going to get to the store and I'll go to Walmart. It's the closest store. It's the cheapest grocery store. That's where I go and do my shopping at. And so I'll go there and I'll get distracted by everything else in the store. And when we moved into our first house together, she says, "Hey, we had bought when we moved into the new house, we bought a new bed, all this stuff." She goes, "Hey, I want a mattress pad for the new bed, the new mattress and all that." I was like, "Cool." She's like, "Go to the store and get a new mattress pad." And I said, "Gotcha." And so I go to the store and I get in the Walmart and I'm walking around and I'm looking at stuff and I get distracted. And at the same time, Despicable Me came out. The movie Despicable Me came out. And one of the toys that came out with the Despicable Me movie was a fart blaster. And it's a gun that you pull the trigger on and it makes fart noises. Okay. Um
Come on, stars.
Come on, sorry. But so, like I was saying, she sends me to the store for a mattress pad. We moved into our first house together. She goes, "Hey, go get a mattress pad. We got a new bed, new mattress." She wanted a mattress pad for it. Cool, I got you. Go to Walmart. I get distracted. I'm walking by the toy aisle, and this is when Despicable Me first came out, the first one,
It's a
and they had a
farting
fart
sound.
blast, the fart blaster.
Yeah, fart blaster.
And it's a gun that you pull the trigger and it makes fart noises. You can hold down the button and set a delayed fart blast. And so what we after I got it, I pull down the trigger, hold the delayed fart blast, set it somewhere, and then it makes fart noises while someone's talking. You're like, "Oh, you're fart, whatever." And so I go to the store and I completely forget. I don't. I went to the store for just a mattress pad. I went to the store for one thing, and I came home with just a fart blaster. And I get home, and I'm like, "Babe, look what I got." And she's like, "Oh, that's cool. Where's the mattress pad?" And I look at her, I go,
Pain.
"I got to go back to the store."
But luckily, you love going to the store. Big fan of the store.
I don't mind it.
Like, dude, you and Target, you and Walmart, you are a fan. A
I
massive.
don't
What the
mind
hell are you eating over there?
it. Jelly beans.
Oh, nice. I didn't get any jelly beans for Easter this year. So Lizzie went the day after. I go, you're gonna go, grab me some jelly beans because the amazing amount, the variety of jelly beans you can get the day after Easter is
Not
phenomenal.
this year.
Yeah, this year was different.
Well, and they've also started doing something different. They started doing this year.
Mm.
The day after Easter,
Hmm.
candy is only 25% off.
Oh,
All the other Easter stuff is 50% off.
Ooh. Yeah, so
Right, but also, like, if I could get my jelly beans at 25% off, I'm still gonna buy them.
I want
So,
50
like,
to
I go to the
75,
store,
man.
they don't have any jelly beans.
I gotta have them. That's what I
But
got.
we bought a bunch of jelly beans, and one of my favorite jelly beans is speckled jelly beans, and so we bought a bunch of those, and
Familiar with that, is it Brach's,
yep,
whatever? Yeah,
yes.
familiar with
Uh, and so we bought a bunch. I bought a couple bags for myself. I've already ate those bags since then. But then we also got some for the kiddo, but those ones we took and we put inside the Easter eggs and hid those in Easter eggs. And so she's had all those, and that when she's done doing her Easter egg hunt, she puts all of her chocolates in one bag and all the jelly beans go in another bag.
Okay.
And so she's got the bag full of all the jelly beans, and I've just been picking those off. And then today the missus made a comment. She was like, Kinsey doesn't like jelly beans. And I'm like, I love jelly beans. She goes, well, yeah, no, I'm not talking about you. I go, no, this affects me 100%. If she doesn't like jelly beans,
That's
I
good.
want the, I want the jelly beans that she has. Like she's got like a whole bag that we didn't even like put in Easter eggs of
Yeah.
Sour Patch Kid jelly beans.
Mhm. I saw
That
those this year too. Jesus
which
Christ.
Liz bought me. She typically me and Liz we don't do Easter baskets. But like this year for some reason she got me a little, it wasn't like a basket, it was like a small tote.
The
Um and
Gelato.
it and it had some jelly beans in it.
Mhm. Big rubber black double Kong Dong Gong or something.
Yeah, we don't need
Gelato
rubbers.
thing. Like, I
Um
think it's just, like,
but
on the wall, just kinda flapping around.
but it had some Sour Patch Kid jelly beans in it. And then there's this chocolate out there. It's been out there for a little bit. It's called like Tony's chocolate.
Okay, nice.
And so she got it for me because it's not my name, but it's a name that I went by for most of my life.
Okay.
I don't know. It,
I'll never recognize it. It's not recognized here in this clip.
I will. The crazy thing is, like, I didn't find out my name. My name given to me by my mother was Antonio,
Mhm.
and I grew up going by Tony.
Mm.
But I didn't find out until the 3rd grade that my name was Antonio. I go to school the first day of 3rd grade, and the teacher's calling roll. And apparently, before the 3rd grade, my mom always got to my teacher before and told them I go by Tony.
Mhm.
But 3rd grade, she didn't. And so
Ah,
I'm sitting there in 3rd grade, and she's like, "Antonio DePool," and I'm like, "Holy crap, someone's got the same last name as me."
too busy
I
messing
thought
around with that guy at the Stop and
I
Go, man.
I
That's it.
thought, well, that was later in life, but,
Oh.
um, I thought that was cool. I was like, "Holy crap, someone's got the same last name as me." And
See where I'm from, man. It's not that big of a
but
coincidence.
but I didn't know, like I said, I'd always gone by Tony. My mom was always called me Tony.
All these hounds around where I live.
Pre-K through 2nd grade, first day of school, they had said Tony DePool. This year she didn't get to the teacher. She's calling Antonio DePool, and I'm like, "Oh crap! Someone's got the same last name as me." And then she keeps going through roll, and she's like, "Is there anyone whose name I didn't call?"
Yeah.
Oh, what's your name? My name's Tony DePool. Uh, are you not Antonio DePool? I go, I don't think so.
Oh God.
No, I'm Tony DePool.
So you're a dumbass then, dumbass now? Just
And then
as soon as you
she's
get
like, "Okay." And so
great
she writes it
parenting.
down and she whatever, and she comes up to me later in the day. She goes, "You're Antonio DePool."
Hey, dumbass. Your fucking name's Antonio.
I have never felt more betrayed in my life than then. I got
Why?
home I got home from school that day, and
Uh,
my mom goes, "How was school today?" I go, "I don't know what my name is."
oh
She goes,
God.
What do you mean?" She goes, "My name's Antonio. You've always told me my name's Tony." Like, I was so just betrayed. Like,
3rd grade, 8 years old, and you're acting like that? Jesus Christ.
because again, hey,
Ugh, you were
if
so soft.
okay, your name's Brandon, but your mom always called you Steve. And then you get to 3rd grade and they're like, Brandon Bingham, and you're like,
Steve is not buried in fucking Brandon.
but
Tony is buried in Antonio.
I
You fucking
didn't
fucking
fucking know that.
you
I didn't know that.
fucking hump.
I didn't. I was in the 3rd grade. I don't know that shit. It's not like it was like Steven and you call me Steve, right?
Damn, they're the same.
No, it's not. It's
It is.
not. But
And
like now now I battle with like I get all the time at work. Like people will like email me, and if you email me, you literally have to type Antonio in my last name, right?
Yeah.
But then they'll be like, "Hey, Anthony, where did you get Anthony from? You had to type Antonio." Like,
Ugh.
but yeah, no. So I found in the 3rd grade, my name wasn't Tony, my name was Antonio, and that just led to all the. I mean, that led to a lot of other things that I proved my mom was like horrible at being like a mother. Like when I'm younger and like finding out like never met my dad before, but then we're at a restaurant. My mom's like, "Oh, hey, did you see that guy there that just kept staring over this table?" Yeah. "Oh, that was your dad." "Oh, why didn't you bring that up?"
Here we go
Martha,
again.
y'all are great. What's up, Martha? But yeah, no. So I found in the 3rd grade my name was Antonio and not Tony. Just one of many betrayals.
Yeah. Funny thing about Martha, I'm glad he's in here, man. It's good to see you, by the way. It's been a while. You know who works for Martha right now? Mr. Lee Hernandez. Actually, he was hanging around. He's like, I work all day, been partying all night. I just kind of want to do something else and just hang out and work at a brewery type thing.
So he has
works,
this regular job and does brewery
yeah,
things, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Up in it's what the hell's the name of that?
Where's Martha at these days?
He's damn it. What's the name of that effing place? I was gonna say
Martha,
Rocky.
where are you at? We'll
No,
just ask him.
it's in Flower Mound too, but there's like several of them. Damn it! What is the name of that damn place?
Guitars and Growlers?
Yes. So
Okay.
he's at Guitars and Growlers in Flower Mound, right? And so Martha controls like he's a big guy, big wig kind of
He's
guy.
kind of a big Martha.
He's a regional guy.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hey, Martha, you want to join us in 2 weeks?
I don't want
Come on the show.
remotely.
We'll drink whatever you want to drink here in 2 weeks.
I say we go to him and hang out.
Where at?
Guitars and Growlers in Flower Mound. Yeah.
Okay. Martha, can we come out to Guitars and Growlers in Flower Mound in 2 weeks?
You don't have to do anything. We got our own little mics and stuff like that. We'll just bring a phone with us.
Well, we want him to be there.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, so that's where. So I ran into Lee at Lizzie's birthday thing 2 weeks ago. Everything lasts a goddamn month.
Did she already have her birthday? She hasn't had her birthday yet, right?
Yeah, it was Saturday. It's over now.
I didn't see the alert on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
I didn't see it, but although like Facebook changed my birthday because I remember last year Facebook said my birthday was in April, and there was a random day in April where like I'm on Facebook and all of a sudden I'm getting all these alerts saying happy birthday, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it looks like Guitars and Growlers, 400 Flower Mound Road, out there, and what's that off of? That's not far from here. You'll have to go around Lake Grapevine, but you'll be okay. Actually, go through Coppell 121, and then all you'll have to do is dump off at Lakeside or Long Prairie and make your way over there. Or you could roll into East Round Grove.
If we do that here in 2 weeks, I'm going to take an Uber. I'm going to do the Uber thing.
Okay. It's not far from you.
Because I want to come and have a few, right? And so if I'm going to come and have a few, I'm not going to drive. So I'll do the Uber thing. But Martha, let us know. 2 weeks.
Cool. Yeah. So I was talking to Lee, and he was talking about, I'm out there, and he's like, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I know a guy that's out Guitar and Growlers. And it's like, Martha. He goes, Martha. He goes, yeah, that's the guy that hired me. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, dude, that effing guy, he can do anything he wants. That guy is just on fire. Anything he touches goes to gold.
What was it? Mr. Maple?
Yeah, Mr. Maple.
How was the beer that he had that he joined us to promote? The Mr. Maple.
Mm-hmm.
When he was at, what was that name of that brewery?
OHB, baby.
OHB. That's right.
Yeah. Sitting there doing, what we do? A shotgun on a Kolsch of Allstat in the production area. Like, he's like, he goes, "You're a Kolsch guy, and you never had an Allstat before? Get your ass in here, man. Let's go do." And it was like me, Lizzie, and like maybe 2 or 3 other dudes. Are like, "Oh, let's do one real quick." I'm like, and
I'll
it's
do one. Do one.
yeah, and it's a cool place from what I noticed. They have them all over the place, right? Guitars and growlers are everywhere. But I was like, all right, I need to go up there anyways and go hang out with Lee a little bit. It's been a while. So me and him just sat there and caught up the entire night. My brother was there going through some mess, and then 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And so it was a lot of fun. We went to excuse me. We went to Frisco. What's the name of that place? Like Social Sidecar or something like that. So we pop in there. It was freaking prom. So you got a bunch of high school kids running around, but luckily they kick everybody else's ass out. Like you got to be 21 and up after like 8 or 8:30 or something like that.
What is this place called?
Social Sidecar in Frisco.
What is that?
It's just a bar. It's a sports bar type thing. And I was gonna say it's like Dave and Buster's, right? But they have free throw shooting on both sides of the bar, but it's free. You can just go walk over there and do it. They got free ping pong, foosball, and some other things like that. So it's a real cool joint. I mean, I didn't mind it. I got drug out there for the birthday or whatever. But like I said, luckily my brother and Lee were there, so I just sat there and talked to them all night. Then we ended up going over across the street to Pete's Duel and Piano Bar. That's when I sent you the thing. Is like, got to know Jungle Love. I'm like, I'm about to burn this place to the ground. Like, I can't take this kind of just negligence.
I mean, if you're at a piano bar, I get it.
Yeah.
But then, like, when you're like a cover band, but you're not just in cover band. Like, I want to say like half of the band was black. What? You can say it's Black Lives Matter, right? So we can say black.
Okay.
Half the band was black, and you're like, hey, Jungle Love. They're like, oh, we don't know that song.
Well, the lead singer was black for sure. I remember that guy.
100%. The lead singer was black. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember you talking. You
He
go,
goes,
"Oh man, we're gonna play there." I bet you did. It's like,
he goes, you want us to play some Journey? I go, you can play Journey separate ways. He goes, we already did. I go, yeah, I bet you did.
Like, I had enough of your shit already. So, anyways, yeah, I'll be heading out there a little bit more often. Because he does that one in Flower Mound. I'm pretty sure he does the one in the Colony as well. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if the one in like McKinney shut down or something like that. There's something going on, so I'll figure it out. But yeah, if we can pop in, run laptops, and if the Wi-Fi signal's good or just internet signal's good enough, we'll just go from our phone, man. Yeah, I mean, we don't even need all that other shit, anyways. I've got the wireless mics. We can just have fun.
Well, we only have 2 mics. We would need 3.
Well, you can take yours off and give it to him.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, so we're finishing up the Beast, the Mean Green. This is the last one of the night for this one. But be a part of the Patreon, patreon.com/strikeoutbeer. We have, we're going to do a couple stories. We like to react to Am I the Ass? We also will just have a random chat about something that's a hot topic, subject or something like that.
About Pirates of the Caribbean.
Fuck yeah, we are. Yes.
I'm going to play a spoiler alert. There was a whole Shane Gillis, and he had his buddy from Tires, which is the main guy from Tires, on the show. And when he's in the car, he usually listens to nothing, but then he'll listen to the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song, and it just hypes him up. And Mike Graham's in the house. Mike, he just hit the like button. Hopefully,
you're
watching. And his buddy just listens to it and just pictures him doing heroic stuff. And I said, have you ever listened to the Lonely Island song? And that's Andy Samberg and his little group. And they did a song with Michael Bolton, the Michael Bolton. Jack Sparrow is the name of the song. Okay. And you said, I don't think I have. I go, okay, we're going to listen to it because that song is awesome. But yeah, so I think that's what we're going to watch the music video for that song.
Okay.
On the Patreon and drink. I don't know. We'll drink something. Maybe steak. The Beast or aged?
Nah, Beast. Let's just knock
Okay.
out the Beast,
All right.
man. That'll be
Well,
the quick little thing. I don't want to. And here's the reason why I say that. I think we need to save those beers, all the old beers that we've been holding on to for years, right? I think we got to put those out there for everybody to see because some of them are disgusting. Some of them are okay. Remember that beer you had that was like 8 years old, that Budweiser? You're like almost threw up, halfway through it. I'm like, dude, we're out here testing if the can's holding up at this point or the bottle. So, but we're gonna do the Beast tonight. We're gonna do 2 streams. Well, not streams. We'll do 2 recordings. We'll do a reaction for this, and we'll do the Michael Bolton thing Alan wants to do. But I think that's gonna do it. I think we're done here. Go ahead and run us. You want to slam that and let's get out of
hold
here?
on. I got 2 things.
Okay.
2 things. 1, Nico Harrison is dumb
Yeah, he's stupid.
because he had a
That's dumb.
press conference
Mhm.
where they're like, "Hey," my favorite. So I was listening to that press conference live. My favorite question out of that press conference was there was someone from Dallas Mavericks or Basketball Jones, whatever. He said, Nico, he's talking to him. He goes, with everything that you've done, and you got all these fire Nico chants out there, why should you keep your job? Like someone legit asked him that.
Yeah.
Why should you not be fired?
Mhm.
And he goes, well, I think blah blah, whatever. I love that question. But then like someone also asked him, like, hey, did you not think about like the impact that Luca has on this franchise and all that? And he legit goes, I knew Luca was big with us, but I didn't think he was like that big with us. Like, I didn't think we would get that backlash. Okay, so you have a generational talent, which we could agree Luca is. Now, would Luca ever have taken to a championship? I don't know, right?
He got to the
It's
Western Conference
really
Finals.
different, right? But he took you to the finals the year before.
Mm-hmm. Oh, won the Western Cup, right? He went to the finals. Yeah, it took you to the finals.
Yeah,
Yes.
you went to the finals the year before.
Yeah. Yeah.
You won the Western Conference Championship. And just like with any here's the thing that kills me. Any sport, you win your conference, your league, you win the championship series before the finals, before the championship series, the Stanley Cup, the Larry O'Brien, the World Series championship, the Stanley Cup. You're in your locker room, with the exception of the Rangers teams that won it in the the aughts. You're spraying everybody with beer. You're slamming beers. You're getting trash. You're doing all that. They just won the Western Conference Finals, and Luca's sitting there drinking a beer, and Michael Finley walks up to him and takes the beer away from him. You're going to the finals. You're in the finals. You just won your conference championship. You're in the finals, and you're taking a beer away from your number one player. I don't get that,
It probably
right?
wasn't the approved beer or whatever it was for the Mavs, which
No,
is
well,
like
it's
shit
always
beer
beer.
anyways.
Luka drinks too much beer. He
Yeah.
smokes too much hookah. But then, like, if you go back and you look at like, let's just look at Dirk. Like Dirk back in the day, and this is way before they won the championship. But like Dirk, and you had Dirk and Nash, and you have a ton of pictures of them, both out of bars after games and things like that, drunk. And but it is, I don't know. I think they blew that whole thing out of proportion. Like, you just won your conference championship. You're going to the finals. You don't take a beer away from your best player. Your player that got you there. You just don't do it. Like I like the really like with the Red Wings back in the day. Like, they win the Western Conference Finals, and they go to the Stanley Cup, and you walk up to Steve Yzerman, you take a beer away from him. Why would you do that? Like, or with the Pistons, they just won the Eastern Conference Finals, and they're going to the championship, and you take a beer away from Isaiah Thomas, or Rip Hamilton, or Chauncey Billups, or Rasheed Wallace. Like, you're not doing that. Like, I don't know. All that stuff was weird with me. And then Luka, like, oh, well, I knew we would get some backlash, but I didn't think we would get it like this. Really? Luka's a top 5 player in the league, and you trade him for, and he just kept honing in on, well, if you get a talent like Anthony Davis, okay. If you had said that 10 years ago, okay, I get that. But now you got a player whose nickname, his legit nickname is Street Clothes,
Mm-hmm.
because majority of the time he's not playing,
Mm-hmm.
he's in street clothes. That's just different. He's like, well, if everyone's healthy, okay, I hear you. If everyone's healthy, if Kyrie's healthy, if Anthony Davis is healthy, and everyone else on the roster, yes. But the odds of that happening, slim to none.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. But we got that, and what are we betting on every day?
Anybody against the White Sox or against the Rockies?
Yes.
And that'll pivot a little bit, but I mean, right now, the White Sox are 5-18 in the American League, and the Colorado Rockies are 4-18.
I was gonna say they're 4-1, and that's the Rockies didn't play. Their game got postponed today against the Royals, so tomorrow they'll have a doubleheader. Probably, I haven't looked, but it's probably a doubleheader tomorrow. So tomorrow, I want to bet on the White Sox to lose against the Twins, and then I'll bet on the Rockies to lose twice against the Royals, and I'll probably have 2 parlays out there. One will be the White Sox and the Rockies losing twice, and then one will just be the Rockies losing twice.
There you go.
Yeah. And then Jock Peterson for the Rangers is 0 for 41. Did he get a hit today?
The game's going on right now. I doubt it. They're currently losing 4-0 to Oakland.
Oh.
Yeah. Garcia reached on a kind of an error. Oh, buddy, he went down. Oh, ball's on the ground. Hold on. We had a pop fly to the pitcher. First baseman comes across, trips over the mound. He's laboring away here. But they dropped it. Garcia's out at second. Oh, Jesus. Anyways, but I think Corey Seager's got a hamstring issue, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'll be able to update.
Jock Peterson is not playing tonight, so he's still 0 for 41.
He got scratched. Okay, cool. Good for him. Needs a day off. They changed up the roster yesterday. They put Simeon in the 5-hole, Josh Smith leading off, and it just changed the dynamic of the game. So it was good. Last game against Athletics is tomorrow against at 9:05. So Ranger Roundup won't happen until Friday morning. So yeah, there you go. Which has been a lot of fun this year, but I missed one. I've missed one so far just because I have to. They're usually on my schedule, my office schedule, and then these last 2 weeks they just kind of
Okay.
like I didn't even get to talk about the Angel sweep, but it's all good. It's good.
So we just had the mix pack for the Monster.
Mm-hmm.
4 different ones in there. Let's rank them. So I'm going to go ahead and say at number 4. And I don't have to ask you, but number 4 is the pink poison.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what the hell pink's supposed to taste like.
No idea.
If you know what pink is supposed to taste like, tell us.
Let us know.
I think at number 3 we've got the gnarly grape.
I'll be honest. Mean Green is slipping down the rankings quite rapidly at this point.
Okay, so what do you have at number 3?
I don't know if it's at number 3 or below number 3.
Well, you got to get. It's in the show. You got to tell us.
All right, because it's a Vegas bomb. That's fine. I'll leave where it's at. Gnarly at number 3.
Number 3, gnarly. Number 2, mean green.
I am willing to say Mean Green is number 2.
Okay, And then number 1 is
Killer Sunshine.
Killer
Sunrise.
Sunshine.
Sunrise. Yeah, Killer Sunrise.
Um,
That one's really good. It's super tasty, refreshing. Everything out of this pack actually is a really good little different drink, right? You know, we're a craft beer podcast. We've been since day one, but we've been just when people tell us, hey, try this, try that. We've done the Bud Light seltzers that were awful. We've done tequila seltzers, vodka seltzers, things like that. So we saw this variety pack was just released, variety pack 2, that is. We're like, hey, we got to give it a go. And here we are for the people.
for the people. For the people, by the people, supported by the people.
There you go.
And have you guys had this mix pack yet? Let us know. What's your favorite one? What's your least favorite? Where are you at? What the hell does pink taste like? Because we don't know. We don't know. We're confused. We're a couple of guys. We're on vacation. We're in Thailand. We walk in the club. She's up there like boom, 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 boom. We're like, yeah, okay. And she takes off her pants, and there's a dong. And we're like, whoa, that's not what I expected.
That's my favorite line.
I don't hate it, but I'm confused. And that's where we're at. We're confused.
That's super.
We don't know.
That's so loud.
Tell us, what does pink taste like? Because we don't know. We love you guys.
And this week's dad. Oh God, it's just misfiring left and right. Just
We
trying
love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Go check out us at patreon.com/strikeout beer. A little bit more action out there, a little bit more content. You see what we're going to drink before the show? Let's go. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
We'll talk to you guys later. And we're okay with over the pants stuff. We'll talk to you later.